Okay, in this video I want to show you guys how to make a hyperlapse. If you don't know what a hyperlapse is, this is it. So there's a lot of tutorials out there on how to make a hyperlapse, so I decided to make my own one on how I do it. I'm going to break it down into 3 easy steps. Step 1, find something you want to take a hyperlapse of, your subject. You can see in my video I chose a statue, I chose a flag, or I chose a Ferris wheel. So find your object, choose a focus point on that object, and then find a path and walk towards it. The path needs to be straight or perfect. In my instance, I just found something on the ground, such as like a walkway, and just followed it straight all the way through. It's very tedious and you look a bit crazy when you're doing it. To figure out how many photos you need to take to make your hyperlapse a decent length, to get a 4-second photo, you need to get about 96 pictures. How I work this out, there's golden rule is that there's 24 frames per second. So that's 24 pictures in 1 second. So 24 times 4 equals 96. So I actually forgot the most important step. So when you find your straight line, you need to take 1 picture per step. So photo, step, photo, step. It's like stop motion. Anyways, back to the video. Step 2, this is completely optional, but I like to edit all my photos in Lightroom because I shoot RAW on a DSLR. So shooting in RAW gives you a lot of room to make the pictures look how you want. You can make it look over dramatic, which is how I like to do it. So what you're going to do is take one of your last images which has your subject in it, and then edit it to how you like, and then select every single picture and then select sync. Okay, then in Lightroom, after you edit your photos, you're going to export them in sequence. Step 3, make your video in Premiere. This is probably the easiest part because Premiere is going to do all the work for you. So what you're going to do is open Premiere, and what I like to do is throw a clip onto the timeline that has settings that I like. 24 frame video, that's 1080p. So I just throw that on there, and that's going to apply my sequence settings for me. You can do it manually, but I find this is easier. So after you throw that in, delete that clip, you're not going to use it again. So then you're going to press Ctrl-I or File Import and import all your pictures. But all you need to do is select your first image, and then there's a little box at the bottom called Image Sequence. Press Open. That's going to add a clip for you, and Premiere's already made a video for you. After you do that, you just drag that little clip into your timeline, and that's your hyperlapse done. So after you throw it on your timeline, you may notice that the scaling is a bit wrong. This is because you're shooting with a camera and it's going to some weird resolution or aspect ratio. So all you're going to do is click on the clip, click on Effect Controls, and then scale it to your liking. After you scale it, you're going to right click on your clip and click Nest Sequence. The reason why you do this is because you want to add a stabilizer on it. You're going to go to your effects panel, you're going to search Warp Stabilizer and just drag that on. It's going to do its thing in the background. Just wait for it to complete. After it's done, by default, it's going to be at 50% smoothness or 50 smoothness. I think that's a bit too much, so I like to make it between 20 to 25 to give it like ideal smoothness. It's not meant to be perfect because it is a hyperlapse. And then after you've done that, you just need to export it and then you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if this tutorial helped you or if you got some insights or you learned something. Any feedback will be appreciated. Okay, bye.